All right, let's talk about a film that's really getting people talking. The 2025 Telugu drama, Dhandora. It's been making some serious waves, and for a good reason. It takes a really unflinching look at caste discrimination. It has sparked this huge conversation, so today, we're going to dive in, break it all down, and figure out what all the buzz is really about.
And that's really the big question here, isn't it? Is this socially charged film actually worth all the hype? You know, when a movie takes on a topic this heavy, this important, you have to wonder, does the filmmaking, the actual movie itself, live up to the power of its message? So let's find out together.
And make no mistake, the hype is absolutely real. I mean, when a superstar like Junior NTR comes out and publicly praises a film for its powerful message, well, that gets everyone's attention. That's not just regular chatter online. No, that's a massive endorsement that sets the expectations sky high. Okay, so let's put it all to the test. Dhandora, hype versus reality. We're going to look at everything. The story, the acting, how it's made, to see what really works and, what doesn't. So where do we start? With the story, of course. We're talking about a story of social struggle. And really, any great film starts with its story. And let me tell you, Dhandora has a deeply personal one. It's a huge narrative about social struggle, but it's told through this really intimate lens of one family, a family just torn apart by secrets and tradition. So the whole thing unfolds through the eyes of this guy Vishnu. He's got a government job in Hyderabad. He's kind of detached from his village roots. But then he gets news that his father, Sivaji, has passed away and he has to go back. And it's right there during the funeral that everything just starts to unravel. He discovers this whole hidden side to his father, this deep-seated obsession with caste, and he learns about a massive family conflict, all because his sister fell in love with someone from a different caste. And this right here is the central theme. This is where the movie really hits you. It's not some abstract lecture, Dhandora gives a human face to caste discrimination. It shows you exactly how it can just shatter families, how it can lead to violence, and how it leaves the next generation, well, just trying to pick up the pieces and find some understanding amidst all that grief.
Okay, but a story that intense needs some seriously powerful acting to make it work, right? And this is where Dhandora just knocks it out of the park. We're talking about some unforgettable on-screen performances. The cast is just wow. They are absolutely crucial to bringing this whole thing to life.
These three lead actors are basically the emotional engine of the entire film. First, you have Sivaji playing the father. It's just an outstanding portrayal of a man completely obsessed with caste. Then there's Sri Nandu as Vishnu, the son. He powerfully shows that inner conflict, being torn between the old ways and his own feelings. And then there's Ravi Krishna, who gives this incredibly natural and courageous performance as Ravi, a man from an oppressed caste. Just incredible work from all three.
But it's not just the leads. The entire supporting cast is so strong. You've got folks like Navdeep, Monica Reddy, Ravia Suresh. They all add so much depth. And I have to mention Bindu Manavi. She has this one scene with Sivaji that is just a total standout. It's a really crucial moment, and she absolutely nails it.
All right, so we've talked about the good stuff, but let's be real, no movie is perfect. So now we got to talk about the film's hits and its misses. To really get the full picture, you have to weigh the amazing strengths against some of the weaknesses.
So here's the deal. On the one hand, you've got the strengths. The social message is so powerful, and the performances are just outstanding. The whole second half is incredibly emotional. But then you have the weaknesses. Some of the scenes feel a bit old-fashioned, and the big one is the editing. It creates some serious pacing issues, making the whole thing feel kind of slow at times. It just drags.
And you can really feel the director's passion here. Muralikanth Devasoth actually based the story on real-life events, and he creates this super authentic rural Telangana atmosphere. You can tell he wanted to make something raw and real, but it feels like some of the problems popped up later in post-production. The editing especially, sometimes it feels like it's suffocating these really powerful scenes instead of just letting them breathe.
Okay, we've gone through the story, the acting, the good, the bad. It's time to bring it all home and give the final verdict.
When you boil it all down, even with those technical flaws, the film lends one incredibly important message, and that message is what makes it so powerful. It really forces us to have a difficult conversation, and in doing that, Dhandora becomes a really significant piece of work.
So if we break it down with some ratings, what does that look like? Well, the acting? Easy 4 out of 5 stars. The story and its theme? Same thing, 4 stars. But the pacing? Yeah, that's where it hurts. It's got to be a 2 out of 5. But here's the thing, that 4-star acting and 4-star story are so powerful that they honestly overcome that 2-star pacing. So let's circle all the way back to that first question we asked. Is it worth the hype? And the answer is yes, absolutely. It's a must-watch. The performances are just too powerful, and the social relevance is too important to miss. You can, and you absolutely should, look past the technical flaws on this one.
And that kind of leaves us with one last bigger question to think about, right? Can a film, any film, truly challenge beliefs that are this deep-rooted in a society? It's a big question, but it's one worth thinking about. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.